swords against one another. The one killed and the one who kills both belong to Jahannam. Where is the knowledge of the hadith? Every day we experience things going down the drain. But according to the ulama, Al-Habib Ahmad bin Abdullah was saying that his famous quote, Muni Baraka, was, one day a group of scholars from Hadramaut went to were invited by the bishop, and the bishop asked, just to provoke the Muslims, he said to them, what proof do you have that Islam is the religion of God? And one of the scholars said, well, you know, within Islam we have Muslims defaming the religion. And outside Islam we have Muslims trying to destroy Islam. But look there, the amount of people, particularly in the critical time, who come to Islam are enormous. Think of 9/11. After 9/11, the deen was not retarded from getting more Muslims to join it. And if these are not signs of the mighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what else do we want? So, brothers and sisters, we should practice, inshallah, what the people in Tarim today call husnul dhann. There are many hadith about the rewards of husnul dhann. We are rewarding ourselves by thinking well of others instead of lifting arms against others. If we remember when Rasulullah went to Taif and he was really tortured in Taif, this hadith is famous. And one of the attributes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was Ar-Ra'uf Rahim. Never was a prophet mentioned in the same breath with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he was tortured. They were beating him in his heels, lifting him up again, beating him up until he managed to escape. La ilaha illallah. And an angel came down, descended upon Muhammad and told Muhammad, I'm sent to tell you, Muhammad, whatever you wish to happen to these people who tortured you will happen. You should only say yes. And these mountains around you will go and crush them. And Muhammad, for those who know the hadith, what did he say? La. Instead, I would wish that out of their loins and their backbones are born a generation of people who would honor the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the way it deserves to be honored. Now today, when we see what is happening around the world, people shooting, ruining the name of Islam, just because the Prophet of Islam is being criticized, the cartoons and all this. It is, of course, as Hamza Yusuf says, may Allah benefit us by his knowledge. It is not nice, it is not good for a Muslim to experience the Prophet being insulted. But he himself was insulted and never lifted any arms against anyone. So let us be careful. Think well of every creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it is his creation. As the other scholars would say, every creation is a Muslim. If we take the ayah that we have been created for nothing else, we and the jinn, for nothing else but to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And amongst the aspects and the components of worship is to respect the Muslims, to respect the non-Muslims, to respect the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in general. So let us, inshallah, as we gathered here, let us inspire to do a lot of salat al-Nabi and istighfar in this month. And amongst the best istighfar, for those who have the recording machines here, let me record it, okay, is an istighfar which was given to Habib Ahmad ibn Bakr bin Muhammad bin Sumayt by the Bedouins. The Bedouins. He used to meet them. And they were talking, Allah to send. And people went to him and said, Habib Ahmad, we are old people. We have missed doing so much istighfar in our lives. What is there left for us? And he told them, there is one istighfar that I recommend to you. It is from the bed. And it is the following istighfar. أستغفر الله عدد المستغفرين وما استغفر به جميع خلقه من أهل السماوات والأرضين استغفارا يفضل ويفوق فوق الفضل كفضل الله على جميع خلقه عدد المستغفرين. So, inshallah, let me just finish by reciting the words of Al-Habib Abdul Qadir when I asked him, what is the best thing a Muslim can do in this day and age? And he said, the best thing we can do, and that we recommend, is for the Muslims to teach their families to stay in Islam, to raise their status with Islam, teaching them, trying very hard as we can, to let our children not slip away from this most precious deed. Sallallahu alaihi
Under that, as Al-Habib Ahmad died, we had one experience during my time when I was to visit him, 80s, 70s, 90s, and what we put was, when we used to go and meet him, obviously we used to make a niyah for Umrah, but we used to wait what Habib says, when to go. Sometimes we have to wait here for 3 or 4 days. And then he said, now is the time you can go. Go and come back immediately. That's it. Because in that 4 hours, you're getting a lot, because you got the barakah from him, the blessing in advance, Umrah Mahmood and this thing, and that you come back, because he used to go with his grandson, used to go with them, inshallah. And then about Medina, he said, during my time, because the respect of Medina, he said, during my time, if you go to Medina, don't stay there for more than 3 days, because you'll lose the adab. Medina is very blessed and the place of adab. And when I used to go and then return him from Medina, and one day he said, did you see any dream? I said, yes, Habib, I did. What happened? I say, I saw in dream that you are coming out from the Mawjah. He smiled. And the once experience that we traveled with him in Medina. One day he said, let's go to Medina, practically, in one afternoon. And we started our journey around about, I think, 11 or 12 o'clock, something like that. During that time, there wasn't that much luxury. Even the cars were not air conditioned, nothing like that. So one of his mohib, he had this 7-seater van, and said, said, Habib, come in my car. It's the old car, but Habib said, all right, if you say, go. We started our journey. As soon as we reached halfway to Medina, we felt something coolness, and the smell of Rehan, the garden, this smell, you know. Alhamdulillah, at least Allah gave us this, that we could smell that we are going through the garden, you know, of the roses and things. So some of them, one of his son, grandson said, what's this, Habib? And it's a desert, very hot, and we are going very nice and cool, you know, and smelling of this all flowers and roses. Habib said that Prophet ﷺ is welcoming us, and we are going through the garden. With Zahir we see all the black mountains and desert, you know. During those times it wasn't that much developed, but now it is, you know. So these are things. Another thing is his hospitality, very important. He used to serve guests, very important to the guests, you know. And like when we used to visit him, we used to stay there as well. So he used to come down and greet us, and then used to do breakfast with us. And sometime, you know, in some of us, if the Salatul Fajr was missed or delayed, then he used to say, I can see one of you have missed your Salah, because the nur of they can see those people who do Salah, that's the nur. So that's the Salah is so important. And other thing what the Sunnah is, at least we try to make in this blessed month of Rajab, try to stay in the state of wudu. It's very important. As soon as you wudu break, renew it. And there are many benefits in staying in the state of wudu. One is the mahabba of dunya goes. There was one saying that there was one of the person, he really loved this dunya and this many things, you know, like jewelry and this thing. One, he was passing through the well, and he said, I wish I got this from the bucket instead of water, all the jewelry and this thing. Then he went to one of the sheikh, and his sheikh said, if you love so much dunya, for 40 days from today, be in the state of wudu, and then come after me. After 40 days, come. He said that you will get it. Because of that great he did that. But after 40 days was complete, and then he was going to meet his sheikh, and his sheikh, same thing, he saw that well. As he saw that, I put the bucket in the well, and instead of water, the bucket was full of all the jewelries and golds and everything. He said, no, I don't need this. So benefit of the Sunnah, try to be in the wudu as much as we can, and with this blessed month of Rajab, and this blessed gathering of Habib Ahmad, this thing that is his message, it's not mine, because they are used to be in the conscience of Allah, and that's the thing, so it makes your heart clean, and Basira as well, you can see from, we can feel what is bad thing to avoid from those bad things. So alhamdulillah, Allah gives us opportunity to visit him many times. That time was very easy to visit, just you can go to Saudi Embassy, give your passport, next day your visa is ready, without any, and compared to nowadays, it's very difficult. So these are things, and the hospitality, mashallah, so blessed hospitality. He used to look for each person, and if anybody, his guest is for more than 3 days, the guest, you know. So when we used to go out, come back here in this country, he used to go in person in where we sit in the car. He used to walk and near the door until he said, "As-salamu." This was the guest respect. But nowadays, you know, just the guests come in the house and say, "As-salamu." You don't bother to go to the door to say him up. And this is the sunnah I saw with Habib Ali Jufri, Habib Ahmad bin Hafiz. When they invite to a house, they will, in the front of the door, they will welcome. And when the time is finished, we ate food, everything, then they will stand near the door to say As-salamu. I saw with my own eyes with this. So this is the benefit of staying with the Habib company. And alhamdulillah, you all are blessed people. Today you attended this Jalsa, this house, and inshallah nobody will go empty-handed. At least we learn how to do the hospitality